Hello, everyone. Hi. Well, the blinds are coming down. That says we're ready to go. I think we have a number of people online. Riley, they can hear us? Everything's good? So hello to all the people online, and thank you so much for joining us today. Good afternoon, everyone. All of you here at Signal Hill Campus, and those of you joining. Isn't it great to be here? I was sitting by my provost, and I haven't seen her in a while, and we just talk, you know, and you do the phone calls and the WebEx, but it's so different when you're sitting and talking to someone in person. So I want to begin by acknowledging that the lands on which Memorial University's campuses are situated in the traditional territories of diverse Indigenous groups. And we must acknowledge, with respect, the histories and cultures of the Beothuk, the Mi'kmaq, the Innu, and the Inuit of this province. In case many of you probably don't know who I am, because we've lived in an online world, I am the COVID president, Vianne Timmons, and I can't wait till I become just the president and be able to do my job, which so much is about relationship building and face-to-face and connecting, right? Well, I do have some people who I have connected with that are here today that I want to acknowledge, and I'm going to ask them to stand as I mention their name. I'd like to acknowledge our Chancellor, Dr. Susan Dyer-Knight. We'll give her a hand. This is a celebration. We're going to be joyous. I'd like to acknowledge our new board chair, who is here, Kathy Duke, if she's sitting, and I want a joyous clap. Let's go. I'm going to ask the VPs to stand, and you can clap, because I don't want you to favor any one of them. You can clap once they've all stood. I have the VPs, VP Research, Neil Bowes, VP External Relations, Lisa Brown, Kent Decker, our VP Admin, and our Provost, Florentine Stelchek. If you all stand, Florentine. You know, university administration rarely gets a clap, so it's always great to manufacture these situations where we can clap for the leadership at Memorial. So a huge welcome to our award recipients, an amazing group of people, a group who has done so much for our university, but also so much for our communities. Do you know, when I think of people who are extraordinary, I think of people I've met. Someone said to me, who have you met in your life that's extraordinary? Well, I did meet Michelle Obama, and I think she's extraordinary. I love when she says, when they go low, I go high. You know that saying? I think of that all the time when people are kind of going low. I always remember to go high. But I did meet her, and she's very tall, and she's a huge hugger. So when I met her, she grabbed me and clutched me to her bosom, because that's where my head was, and gave me a big hug and made me feel like she was totally focused on me. She is very, very dynamic, amazing, and she has a real presence. And it's people that you think of, superstars in your life, a favorite actor, an actress, a hockey player, musician, maybe a winemaker, because they're kind of my heroes too. You know, like Chardonnay kind of is a superstar among white wine grapes. So I'm going to ask a few of you. So think on your feet, because you don't know who I'm going to ask. I'm going to make sure you're paying attention. I want to ask you someone you really admire or that you've met that was like, wow, I've met this person. Chancellor, who have you met that you were like, wow, I've met this person? That's her. Isn't that your husband? My husband is not my superstar. So, but he's a lovely person. Who else, Chancellor? Someone you met, you thought, wow, I can't believe I'm meeting this person, or I admire this person.
Well, I met Sons of the Queen 3 times.
You met the Queen 3 times.
And sang for
Well, that's pretty.
our children sang.
That's pretty impressive.
And I didn't have any time to be really, speaking. But her aura, her calm, her complete
Focus.
mind meld with the person who she is talking to, and she listens. And I mean, putting me on the spot because there's so gazillion people, but that is somebody who lifelong has
Had an impact.
some remarkable things and has more difficult things to do yet.
There you go. Does somebody want to volunteer before I poke the bear and ask you? Anybody want to volunteer? Someone you've met who you think, wow. Yes, Donna. Who? Oh, yes, Roberta. She's great. Great. Very impressive. Yes. Really? And that's fabulous. That's great. Almost 40 years ago. You're going to have to really speak up so everyone can hear you. So one more person, but that's fabulous. One more person. Who have you met that's a superstar? Lisa Brown. Who have you met that's a super? You knew I was going to call on you, coming in 3 in the morning on a delayed flight. I want you thinking on your toes. You. Oh, and we didn't set that up. We didn't. And I think that's a fabulous answer. Thank you so much. So tonight, or today, not tonight, we're going to meet our superstars at Memorial University, you. We're going to meet the recipients, you, face to face, and learn more about you. I think we might have some online too, Paula, right? Who may be coming in online. You know, there's incredible things happening at our university, your university. And today we're going to celebrate the people who do those incredible things. Excellence, leadership, and dedication are vital qualities in an organization. And it is important to take the time to celebrate your accomplishments, to celebrate your achievements. And most important, to say to you, thank you. Thank you for your service. You know, that's an aspiration in our new strategic plan, transforming our horizons. It's not easy to make changes for the better. Success is very hard to measure. But it is important to celebrate growth, to celebrate accomplishments. So thank you to all the award recipients for serving as amazing role models, for helping students discover their true potential, for inspiring your co-workers. Thank you, recipients, for improving your communities. This is one of my favorite things to do as a president, is to be able to honor people and present awards. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. We have a lot to get through today because there's a lot of superstars at Memorial. My colleagues will assist in the presentation of the awards, and I'm going to ask each award recipient to come forward when your name is called. Following a brief introduction of each award recipient, photographs will be taken as I present the award certificates to you. And it's going to happen all touchless. The new world we live in, there's no touching, okay? Remember that. But I'm going to elbow bump. We'll begin with our extraordinary teachers, and I will call on our Provost and Vice President Academic to introduce this year's Teaching and Graduate Supervision Award recipients. Take it away, Provost. Remember, it's 25 for your leaders. Thank you.
Works. Thank you, Vianne. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm delighted to present the President's Awards for Excellent in Teaching and Graduate Supervision today, honoring 5 exceptional individuals who've gone beyond, above and beyond the everyday, enabling student success and leading by example. I have a wonderful script here, and I just want to go off script right now for a couple of minutes and just say something about our teachers here at Memorial. We've gone through almost 2 years of COVID now, and I think our success story lies in the academic staff that we have who've bent over backwards to accommodate our students to make sure that they have alternative assessment and accommodation, that they can meet at other times, that we respond flexibly to kind of the needs that students have. Our academic staff all together have pivoted flexibly, nimbly to think about how they can put courses online or record their lectures, how they can provide an in-person experience while also being accessible online, who've experimented with new, modes of teaching delivery in ways we never imagined. So I think COVID has forced us to be generally innovative in teaching and teaching and learning matters. No matter if a university is large or big or small or focused on students or only on research, teaching matters. We are often asked by provincial governments, by other stakeholders, what's our product? Why don't you run the university like a business? And our product is the most important product that matters to any province and any any larger organization. It's our students. They are our product. They are the talents that we send into the world. We are the people who who attract and develop and polish the talent that goes out into the province and will make a difference with the skill set they get here, with the critical thinking skills, the experiential learning that we offer. And that's what we are good at. We forge and develop and find and attract and polish the talent that we see. And our product are our students, and they will make a difference in the province as we move forward into the 21st century. And that can't be done without dedicated teachers. So teaching matters. And I'm so delighted. So that was my off-script spiel. That is really important. I used to be a passionate teacher of really large classes, and I do think that how we are passionate about teaching our students the best knowledge, the most cutting-edge knowledge possible, and help them to equip them with the skills they need to make a difference in the world is really what matters at any university. So the recipients of this year's teaching awards are outstanding educators who've made a significant contribution to the teaching and learning at Memorial. They are the most deserving of the accolades we bestow on them today. I believe there is really few greater distinctions that could be offered to a university professor. And in acknowledgement of their excellence, each award recipient will receive $5,000 to be in support of teaching activities at Memorial. Money well spent and money well invested, I think, in the next generation of teaching innovators at our university. Now on to the awards presentation. So we'll ask each recipient to join me up front when their names are called. So first award this afternoon is the President's Award for Distinguished Teaching. This award recognizes a faculty member's continued record of excellence in teaching at Memorial University for a minimum of 10 years, based on outstanding achievement in teaching effectiveness and engagement in education. There are two recipients here today for the awards in for this year's award, Dr. Carolyn Schiller and Dr. Christina Thorpe. Okay, I'll just have you come to the front. So, Yes, well deserved. The applaud we had asked for, engaged applaud, and there it is. So Dr. Schiller is a professor of voice in Memorial School of Music. Dr. Schiller understands that each student has different needs that affect the function of their voice and their ability to learn. By encouraging and supporting students in finding their own process for learning, her students develop a sense of independence and confidence. In her studio, questioning, reflective journaling, and skills scaffolding are important techniques. She designed 2 experiential learning courses for the Harlow campus program. You, of course, all know that Harlow is our campus in England. And in the courses, concert halls, museums, historical and cultural sites become the students' classroom, which she says she finds exciting because learning is fluid and cross-curricular. It places the music we study in an active and immersive context, and that's a quote. She's known widely for her work in the school's highly successful Opera Roadshow, a student-run touring company that provides music students with paid performance opportunities and school children with exposure to the magic of opera. Among her former students are music teachers and singers who appear on concert stages around the globe and who aspire to teach, mentor, and perform following her example. Many attribute their success to Dr. Schiller's influence and say that she continues to inspire and support them in their teaching and performance careers. Well, it's our pleasure, Memorial's pleasure, to honor Dr. Schiller with the 2021-22 President's Award for Distinguished Teaching. Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. There you go. Thank you so much. Christina Thorpe, we are on to you. Woohoo. Christina Thorpe views her teaching in the Faculty of the Sciences Department of Psychology through the prism of mentorship. Her students grow personally and professionally because she emphasizes critical thinking and communication skills, and she dedicates class time to topics such as career planning, networking, volunteerism, and time management. One of her contributions to student development is her design of a mandatory research and writing course in psychology. Dr. Thorpe provides opportunities for undergraduate students to volunteer in her lab and encourages them to attend lab meetings and contribute to all aspects of the research. To promote student research, in 2010, she organized and chaired the first annual Psychology Research Day with talks by graduate students, an honors poster session, and an awards ceremony. Beyond her courses, Dr. Thorpe completed the Teaching Skills Enhancement Program for educators, helped organize the first Faculty of Science teaching retreat, and participated in a community of practice on Indigenous issues. And she is a member of the Senate Committee on Teaching and Learning. Her contributions to community outreach include the organization of junior high mini enrichment programs and the Psychology Award for the Eastern Newfoundland Science and Technology Fair. For her dedication to the success and development of students and her influence that extends way beyond the classroom, Dr. Thorpe is a most deserving recipient of our President's Award for Distinguished Teaching. Congratulations.
Your award. Do it and tag Memorial and tag me.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
So then I can retweet it and celebrate you.
I'm not the social media guru, but do what the president says. So that's good. Let's move on to the President's Award for Outstanding Teaching in the Faculty and Lecturer and Instructional Staff categories. So more to come. The Faculty Award is given to an individual who has held a full-time faculty appointment for a minimum of 5 years or fewer than 10 years of continuous service at any campus of the university. And the Lecturer Award is given to a lecturer of instructional staff members with a minimum of 10 course sections taught. So as you can see, we have awards for anyone at any stage of their career. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Teaching in the Faculty category is Dr. Erin Fraser. Come on to the front. Dr. Erin Fraser is an instructor of biology and environmental science at Grenfell's Campus School of Science and the Environment. Dr. Fraser is known for her clearly articulated learning outcomes and using evidence-based teaching practices so that students can make real-world connections with course material. To help ensure first-year students succeed, Dr. Fraser deliberately teaches study skills. Very important. I have kids in university as well. Study skills matter. Very good. She sets aside lecture time to provide study tricks, design study skills, and note-taking exercises, and uses techniques such as exam wrappers to help students plan and reflect on their study practices. Dr. Fraser is a co-founder of Tricks and Treats, a biennial Halloween-themed science event, and co-supervises Grenfell's Let's Talk Science program. The community outreach events provide volunteer opportunities for students to work with school children and present scientific concepts. Among her colleagues, she is known as someone who continually seeks to develop her teaching skills and who eagerly engages in discussion about teaching and learning. Dr. Fraser contributes significantly to teaching and learning at Memorial, and for this, she is the recipient of this year's President's Award for Outstanding Teaching in the Faculty category. Congratulations, Dr. Fraser. It's kind of heavy. All right, the outstanding teaching lecturers and instructional staff is next. So the recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Teaching in the lecturers and instructional staff category is Edward Whalen. Edward wears many hats in the Faculty of Sciences Department of Biology, lab instructor, first-year coordinator, and instructor. Long before the start of his lab sessions, Mr. Whalen prepares the materials and equipment, works to ensure a safe environment, and briefs the lab's TAs. Former student Olga Trella wrote, "The clarity of his instruction and the atmosphere he created made the labs enjoyable, made the subject interesting, and allowed me to excel in this course." Great testimony. One of his more recent contributions is including coding, quantitative training, and data management in the first-year curriculum. Upon mastering these skills, he led the development of 2 new labs. Dr. Tom Chapman, head of the department, reports that other Atlantic Canadian universities have expressed interest in the new program features that Ed created. Mr. Whalen says he learns as much from his students as they do from him. Very humble. He's grateful for the support of his colleagues, as together they offer a first-year learning experience that sets students up for success in their program and future careers. Mr. Whalen is an inspiration to students and colleagues and is a most deserving recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Teaching in the Lecturers and Instructional Staff category. Congratulations. Good job. On to the Outstanding Graduate and Postgraduate Supervision Award. This is the final award I will present in the category for Outstanding Graduate and Postgraduate Supervision. The recipient of this award is Dr. Michelle Plowman of the Division of Biomedical Sciences in the Faculty of Medicine. Michelle, come on to the front. Dr. Plowman has an impressive record as a graduate supervisor. Her philosophy includes two elements: creating an optimal learning environment and providing clear and structured learning strategies. She builds opportunities for students to collaborate with colleagues on the national and international stage. She is dedicated to helping students establish strong interpersonal relationships in and outside the lab environment and demonstrates a consistent, empathetic approach to student supervision. Since 2014, she has supervised or co-supervised 23 graduate students and 3 postdoctoral fellows. She has a thoughtful and consistent approach to supervision to ensure student success. On the micro level, she ensures consistency by holding monthly individual mentorship meetings. At the macro level, career level, she fosters a collegial environment that assists students in achieving high levels of scholarship. For her commitment to graduate student success, Dr. Plowman is the most deserving recipient of this year's Outstanding Award for Graduate and Postgraduate Supervision. Congratulations. Well done. Yes.
Well done.
Well done. I think my job is done here, and I'm supposed to turn things over to Neil, Dr. Neil Bose, Vice President Research. Here he is, who will present the President's Awards for Outstanding Research. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Strelczyk and Florentine. So I think listening to Dr. Timmins earlier, that she was asking who had most impressed us, and I think for me, I couldn't think of anyone actually except my students, and that is actually relevant to what we've been talking about so far, and especially the graduate students. And that brings me to what I'm about to talk about, which is research, because researchers spend a lot of time working with their graduate students. And it's my pleasure to be here as we celebrate 6 dynamic and talented researchers who are truly making a difference here at home and around the world. And Memorial is deeply proud of their prolific contributions and commitment to research excellence. So the President's Award for Outstanding Research and the designation of University Research Professor are 2 of the highest research honours our university can bestow. The President's Award for Outstanding Research recognises researchers who have made extraordinary contributions to their scholarly disciplines. Each award is accompanied by a $5,000 research grant. So it's not just a piece of paper, it's actually quite useful. So I would like to introduce the first of our 3 recipients, Dr. Matthew Parsons. And I believe Dr. Michelle Plowman, whom you've just seen as an awardee, will accept the award for him because he's not able to be here. We have Matthew's picture, which is good. I think he's sick, isn't he? Yes. Dr. Matthew Parsons is an accomplished cellular neuroscientist specializing in better understanding of glutamate, a critical transmitter for normal brain function, and its effects on the neurodegenerative conditions such as Alzheimer and Huntington diseases. Dr. Parsons has established a productive cellular and molecular neuroscience laboratory. He utilizes cutting-edge technologies and methodologies to uncover novel therapeutic strategies for the treatment of associated brain diseases. Dr. Parsons has an exemplary publication record with more than 30 papers in leading journals, demonstrating the international impact of his work. He has secured more than $3 million in highly competitive research grants and has played an active role in training highly qualified personnel at all career levels. Dr. Parsons has also forged successful research collaborations with colleagues across Canada, the United States, and Singapore. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Research for 2021 is Dr. Matthew Parsons.
Matthew, this picture's for you.
Our second recipient is Dr. Jennifer Selby, whom I believe is attending virtually. Good to meet you. Dr. Jennifer Selby is a global expert on secularism studies. Her original research on gender, secularism, and Islam in France and Canada is path-breaking. Her research challenges socio-political assumptions around the impact of secularism in the lives of practicing Muslims, illuminating secularism's contradictions in the process. Dr. Selby's work gives voice to those who are often ignored in scholarly and public debates on controversial topics. She has published 4 books, 18 book chapters, and 16 peer-reviewed articles in respected international journals. She has also presented at more than 65 conferences and given keynote addresses throughout Canada, the United States, France, and Wales. Dr. Selby has secured significant funding as principal investigator, co-applicant, and collaborator on grants totaling more than $6 million. She has also supervised a long list of master's and PhD students and postdoctoral researchers. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Research for 2021 is Dr. Jennifer Selby.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Timmons. Thank you.
So you can get your picture, Jennifer, with your award.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Our next recipient is Dr. Eric van der Waal.
Well done, Eric.
Dr. Eric van der Waal is considered one of Canada's experts in the ecology of large mammals. Dr. van der Waal initiated the Wildlife Evolutionary Ecology Lab, which has emerged as one of this country's leading and most inclusive wildlife ecology teams. By focusing on creating a safe, equitable, diverse and inclusive environment, the lab has trained more than 30 students since 2014. The team's research centres on wildlife biology and behavioural, population and evolutionary ecology. They aim to bridge fundamental science and conservation and management to ensure the research is relevant to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador and Canada. Dr. van der Waal and team have published more than 65 peer-reviewed articles in top academic journals and secured more than $2 million from various agencies. Dr. van der Waal has also presented at nearly 20 international symposiums. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Research for 2021 is Dr. Eric van der Waal. Well done to all of you. And now let's go on to the next category. The University Research Professor is a designation above the rank of Professor. The title is the most prestigious recognition the university gives for research. This award goes to faculty members who have demonstrated a consistently high level of scholarship and whose research is of a truly international stature. The award carries with it a lifetime designation, and unrestricted research grant of $4,000 each year for 5 years and a reduced teaching schedule. This year, 3 faculty members will be designated University Research Professor. I would like to introduce the first of our 3 recipients, Dr. Heather Carnahan. Dr. Heather Carnahan is an international authority on the development of training programs. Her work on simulation training and human motor skill learning in extreme environments has made significant advances in medical education, maritime safety, and human performance in simulated space. Her current collaboration with industry involves the creation of helicopter simulators for search and rescue operations, which will make marine emergency response training safer and more effective. Dr. Carnahan has produced nearly 200 peer-reviewed publications in top-rated journals, which have garnered more than 5,000 citations. She has obtained nearly $8.5 million in collaborative research funding and been continuously funded by the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council since 1994. She has played an important role in training future scientists and has been instrumental in supporting new graduate programs such as maritime studies, safety and survival. The recipient of the University Research Professor designation for 2021 is Dr. Heather Carnahan. Our next recipient is Dr. Bren Lefrancois. Dr. Bren Lefrancois is internationally recognized and has played an important role in the development of MAD studies, an interdisciplinary field which focuses on MAD knowledge production and includes the study of the deep connections between saneism, racism, colonialism, capitalism, and psychiatric oppression. Dr. Lefrancois' groundbreaking activist scholarship has changed the ways in which mental health is thought about and taught not only within schools of social work, but Disciplines such as critical disability studies, sociology, gender studies, nursing, and community health. Distinguished as a cutting-edge and transformative academic, Dr. Lefrancois co-edited Mad Matters, a critical reader in Canadian Mad Studies, a seminal scholarly work introducing Mad Studies within academic circles. Dr. Lefrancois has also edited 5 other volumes, mentored and trained many graduate students, and secured funding from a variety of sources. The recipient of the University Research Professor designation for 2021 is Dr. Bren Lefrancois. Our next recipient is Dr. Brent Snook, whom I understand is also online virtually. Welcome. Dr. Brent Snook is one of Canada's leading authorities on the study of human behaviour within the criminal justice system. As a forensic psychologist, he has made extensive contributions to the study of psychology and law and revolutionized investigative interviewing. Dr. Snook's research has extended the UK-based PEACE, Planning, Engage, Account, Closure and Evaluation model of investigative interviewing and adapted it to the Canadian context. He created and delivered the first peace course in this country, which is regarded as one of the best in the world. He has also trained more than 500 police officers from across North America. Dr. Snook has published in more than 70 peer-reviewed articles and book chapters and received competitive funding from national agencies. He established the respected Psychology and Law Lab and mentors the next generation of scholars and practitioners. The recipient of the University Research Professor designation for 2021 is Dr. Brent Snook.
Well done, Brent.
Big congratulations to all of our research recipients. I now call upon Mr. Kent Decker, Vice President, Administration and Finance, to present the awards for exemplary service.
Thank you, Neil. Good day, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to take part in this awards ceremony and an honor to tell you about some exemplary memorial employees. Today is an inspiring day, a day when we acknowledge excellence and recognize success. I would like to begin today by mentioning the Exemplary Together initiative. Earlier this year, the university paused the President's Awards for Exemplary Service and collected your stories for Exemplary Together. This was an initiative that recognized memorial employees for the significant efforts since the COVID-19 pandemic began. People throughout Memorial answered to call, and we received 29 amazing accounts of perseverance, innovation, and compassion for others. If you haven't read these stories, I encourage you to check out mun.ca/exemplary together. Coinciding with the launch of the university's new strategic plan, Transforming Our Horizons, an updated President's Award for Exemplary Employees programs was launched last fall. The new program has 3 categories: Champions of Service, Champions of Innovation, and Team Memorial. These awards are based on demonstrated achievement and continued commitment to fostering memorial strategic cultures. Recognition includes a $1,000 award, which can be presented in various ways, such as monetary, a scholarship contribution, a hosted team or event, or a professional development contribution. Our first award recipient today is Captain Fred Anstey, Head, School of Maritime Studies, Marine Institute. Captain Anstey is being recognized with a Champion of Service Award. During his career, which has spanned more than 30 years, Captain Anstey has had many roles. He's been an instructor, a union executive member, leader in industrial response, manager, director, and head of school. Through his action-oriented style and partnerships with industry and through community members, Captain Anstey has helped students, faculty, and staff achieve sustained excellence. Captain Anstey has taken on every role he's approached with his full dedication to the area, whether it's been an interim role or a permanent position. He has worked to identify emerging needs and proactively develop specialized training courses. He builds on the historical strength Marine Institute has forged in preparing the next generation of seafarers and has attracted world-class researchers and educators to help realize that vision. Captain Anstey is an innovator, a change agent, a passionate visionary, and decisive leader who contributes to the success of the Marine Institute and the university every day. Champion of Service, Captain Fred Anstey.
I hope this goes on your wall. You can always see me staring at them. Well done. Well done. Drink some coffee, Eric.
Heather Fifield, Coordinator, Laboratory and Services, Department of Biochemistry. Ms. Fifield is also receiving a Champion of Service Award. During the COVID-19 shutdowns, Ms. Fifield ensured that research and teaching infrastructure within the Department of Biochemistry was maintained and ready for access as restriction levels changed. She developed policies and procedures for the use of shared spaces in the department based on occupancy density levels, and she developed a master template for lab-specific reopening. Ms. Fifield was the point of contact for the department's relocation to the core science facility. She immersed herself in the project planning and ensured the department's move went smoothly. This involves coordinating 18 faculty research programs and laboratory facilities for 4 undergraduate academic programs. During this project, Ms. Fifield organized information sessions, distilled architectural and engineering reports into targeted information for internal groups, collected specifications on over 2,000 pieces of equipment, and coordinated facility shutdowns and relocation. Ms. Fifield's efforts have set the biochemistry department up for a successful future in the new core science facility. Champion of Service, Heather Fifield. Missy Power, Registered Nurse and Medical Lead, Student Wellness and Counseling Center. Nurse Power is our third Champion of Service Award recipient today. She has been recognized for her efforts in supporting the health and well-being of memorial students, faculty, staff, retirees, and their families throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Ms. Power has been instrumental to the success of Memorial's self-isolation initiative by ensuring that arriving international students have been tested in accordance with public health requirements, and she addressed any medical concerns they have had. She also planned and ran the COVID-19 vaccine clinics and the seasonal flu shot clinics on campus. Part of the reason Memorial's COVID-19 vaccination rate is so high is due to her efforts. Thanks to her innovative supervision and planning, the Student Wellness and Counseling Center had more than 14,000 medical visits between March of 2020 and April of 2021, despite the fact that campus was closed for most of this time. Ms. Power's service to Memorial and its community has been and continues to be extraordinary. Champion of service, Missy Power. Our next two awards are team awards. For these awards, team members are asked to stand in place while I read the citations. Awards will be provided and photos taken after the ceremony so that social distancing can be maintained. Our first award goes to Amanda Joy, Rebecca Puttister, Savannah Isaacs, and Aaron Blackwood, Learning Resource Center Team, Faculty of Nursing. These members of the Learning Resource Center team and the Faculty of Nursing have the distinction of receiving the first team award as Champions of Innovation. Traditionally, this team designs student labs using realistic learning scenarios that require hands-on techniques. However, due to the reality of remote teaching and learning as a result of the pandemic, the members of this team had to use innovative teaching approaches. To ensure content was thorough and accessible, team members collaborated with others to create presentations, videos, and virtual simulated labs for students to practice skills. Members of this team returned to campus for in-person teaching when very few people were on campus and before a vaccine was available. The team's continued commitment provided students with every opportunity to become safe, compassionate, and competent nurses. As a result of their innovation, senior nursing students graduated and others progressed on schedule in their program. Champions of Innovation, the Learning Resource Center team, Faculty of Nursing. Our final team award today goes to Lisa Russell, Julia Halfyard, Rhonda McMeekin, Caitlin Hickey, and Shannon Lewis Simpson. These members of the Student Experience Office have the distinction of receiving the first Team Memorial Award. In 2020, this team realized that a coordinated approach was needed to transition new students to Memorial, those who had experienced an abrupt ending to their schooling. The team moved quickly to create the online initiative MUN 101, which was launched in the summer of 2020, with a focus on ensuring incoming students felt welcome and prepared. In developing MUN 101, the team reached out to more than 21 units, 9 faculties, and 3 external groups. With assistance from the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning, MUN 101 was created as a comprehensive hub of information to allow students to get acquainted with the resources required to successfully start their university journey. MUN 101 has been recognized by the Atlantic Association of College and University Student Services with the Award of Excellence in Student Services. Team Memorial, Student Experience Office, Student Life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to have presented all the recipients for the 2021 President's Award for Exemplary Employees. I'll now turn the podium over to Lisa Brown, Vice President, Advancement and External Relations, who will present the Exceptional Community Service and Public Engagement Partnership Awards. Lisa.
Thank you, Kent, and good afternoon, everyone, on this gorgeous day. It's a great day to celebrate. And I'm really excited to be giving these awards, which are really appropriate for my portfolio of advancement and external relations. And you know, I note that our strategic plan has the word community in it so many times. And in fact, one of our strategic pillars is actually commitment to communities. And communities can mean many different things, not just based on geography, groups of people. And we have to play such a critical role at Memorial University in terms of spreading our wings throughout all of our communities in this province. And so I'm really excited to recognize these folks today. So the first award is the President's Award for Exceptional Community Service. And this award recognizes a faculty or staff member who has demonstrated exceptional volunteer contributions to communities or organizations. I feel like I need a drum roll, even though I know you know who it is, but I do want a drum roll. You can help me out. The recipient of the President's Award for Exceptional Community Service is Pamela Gill. It's obvious that Pamela is the Communications Manager, Research, Graduate Studies, and Engagement at Grenfell Campus. And she's being recognized for her many contributions within the community, particularly within the city of Corner Brook and the western region of the province. Within 2 years of her move to Corner Brook, Ms. Gill became a director on the board of the Western Memorial Hospital Foundation, the main fundraising arm of the Western Health Authority. She served on the Theatre Newfoundland and Labrador Board of Directors for more than 20 years and is currently the vice chair. She's sat on the Newfoundland Labrador English School Board and 2 terms as secretary for the Greater Corner Brook Board of Trade. And perhaps the most ambitious part of her community service is now as a member of Corner Brook City Council. And so Pamela has supported Grenfell's presence in the community in many other ways, but they all add up to her making outstanding contributions to Corner Brook. And I'm delighted to recognize her for the Exceptional Community Service Award. Congratulations. I was just going to say, I think the family's here, so that's very appropriate with community. Our next award is the Public Engagement Partnership Award, and this is a very unique one, and I'm really excited about it. It doesn't honor an individual, it celebrates a partnership between Memorial and the public. And like any successful partnerships, it involves mutual expertise, contributions, and benefits. Delighted to say that the recipient of this year's President's Award for Public Engagement Partnership is Fishing for Success. Coming out front, we have Kimberly Orm and Leo Hearn, the co-founders. I also want to note the table, Fishing for Success. Why don't you stand? We have Liam, Callista, and Megan. Not only are they associated with Fishing for Success, work at Fishing Success, but they're also students at Memorial, so I want to recognize them as well. And also Dr. John Scouten, who unfortunately could not be here today, but is with the Faculty of Business Administration and is very dedicated to his PhD students because that is where he is at the moment. So Fishing for Success founders Kimberly and Leo have a strong belief in the ocean's power to create opportunity. Their programs share traditional practices like fishing and boat building. And a number of years ago, they met Dr. Scouten in the Faculty of Business as the new Canada Research Chair in Social Enterprise, and a lovely partnership was born out of that meeting. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Dr. Scouten is able to assess a research site that continues to evolve and grow. Fishing for Success can assess the impact of its work, a key element of most funding applications, and the collaboration also addresses issues like sustainability, gender equity, and food sovereignty. As Newfoundland and Labrador looks to new opportunities to sustain its communities into the future, partnerships like this one emphasize that the skills and knowledge of the past remain useful today. Congratulations to Fishing for Success for the Public Engagement Partnership Award.
Well done. Well done. Good job.
And now back to Dr. Timmins. Thank you.
To get my notes. Thank you so much, Lisa. Okay, everyone. Are you doing all right? One left, but a very, very important one. The final award of the afternoon. The 2021 John Lewis Payton Distinguished University Professorship. It's named for the first president of Memorial University College. This award recognizes faculty who embody all aspects of a university's mission by demonstrating exceptional teaching, undertaking world-class research, and sharing their knowledge and expertise widely. This comes with a lifetime designation of Distinguished University Professor and a grant of $20,000 to support research, teaching, or public engagement at Memorial University of Newfoundland and Labrador. We are pleased to present the 2021 John Lewis Payton Distinguished University Professorship Award to Dr. Nancy Don and Professor Timothy Steeves. Can you come up and stand by the award? Woohoo! I think my mic's on, right? You can hear me okay? Because I thought I'd come up and stand with you. Is that all right? So Dr. Don and Professor Steeves are recognized around the globe for masterful contributions for chamber music. And they've inspired a whole new generation of chamber music performers and admirers. They're fellows, which this is huge, to be a fellow of the Royal Society of Canada, and university research professors. Dr. Don play the violin, and Professor Steeves plays the piano. They record professionally as acclaimed chamber ensemble, duo concertante. Is that right? Concertante. Yeah. Beautiful word. For more than, I'm not a music expert, you can tell, but I love listening. For more than 20 years, they've thrilled audiences from Admiral's Cove to Beijing, performing more than 600 concerts. I have to say that again, because that's mind-blowing. More than 600 concerts. That deserves a clap. As Canada's premier performers, they produced 12 critically acclaimed recordings, which have been honored with Juno and East Coast Music Awards. That's fabulous. So champions of Canadian music, they've advanced and expanded the catalog of music for violin and piano. Since 1997, many of Canada's leading composers have written 66 major compositions just for them. And they continue to add to this legacy. They're founding artistic directors of the Tuckamore Chamber Music Festival. They have presented more than 125 guest artists from around the world. They've mentored more than 350 young musicians and composers that represent 10 countries. And they've traveled to more than 24 communities throughout the province for school tours and performances. Wow. Now that's impressive. That is well-deserving to name them recipients of the John Lewis Payton Distinguished University Professorship. I'm in awe of you both. So let's get our picture, and then I want a rounding applause for them. Would you want to keep your mask on? So these are amazing, talented individuals you've met today. Time did not allow us to read all the accomplishments of each recipient. So I hope you'll take time to learn more about them in the program, which is available to take home with you. There's no group shot this year, but our photographer's available if you want additional photos. Maybe Dad, you'll get one with Pam? I want to thank all of you for coming, both here and all of you online for watching. The event staff at Signal Hill, once again, for putting on a wonderful ceremony in challenging circumstances. Let's give them a hand. Most importantly, we have amazing faculty and staff. They are true leaders on our campus and in our community. We're proud of all of you recipients here today. You are definitely part of Team Memorial, our university, and you, each and every one of you, make a difference. There's no more honorable thing to do. Thank you. Well done, Stephen, well done.